video topic requests, or if you just want to let me know you rock with me, send a donation to the Cash App or one of these other places, you feel me? Much appreciated. And follow me on social media. Peace, y'all. It's Nate Almighty, aka the Global Dark Skin Ambassador, with another Rikers Island story for that ass. Now, this is going to be education. I want to talk a little bit more about the gang politics. Speaking definitely from an outsider, because I was never a part of any of these gangs, but I was on the outside looking in as somebody who earned the place to even be within earshot of a lot of these different situations, or have known people who are involved in these situations. This is about double jacking gang sets. Now, specifically dealing with the Bloods and YGs of that time. Now, what I can remember, like I said in the previous Rikers Island story, is that the YGs and the Bloods, as far as in numbers, were definitely getting close. And there were a lot of YGs who became Bloods, even more Bloods who became YG because they was Blood already. And a lot of intricate things and political things were beginning to happen. Now, this was a New York City jail thing. This was an out in the town thing. But what guys began to realize is that when they started doing their crimes, doing their biz on Rikers Island, and then going up north, there was a lot of pressure from the higher ups in these blood sets to distance themselves from YG because they didn't have full rulership, I assume, over the YGs to officially make them a blood set, or maybe the YGs didn't want to become a blood set. Like I said, I'm on the outside looking in, but I've seen situations where, or rather heard of situations where I know of a guy and he could be Crip and YG and Blood, or, you know what I'm saying, YG and YB, and it's all fine and dandy when they on Rikers Island. They'll be getting the kites from up north. They big homies will be telling them like, yo, listen, you gotta switch, you gotta choose a side. Choose a side, or either you getting dubbed or either you getting clapped. And by clap, that means you getting your throat slashed, your face slashed, whatever. On top of getting brutally beaten up. And some dudes would make a definitive decision, but I seen a lot of dudes who held weight at that time. They say shit like, can no nigga make me choose nothing, right? I'm a gunner. I'm Blood, blase blah, blase blah, right? And then you hear about a lot of them same dudes going up north, and either they were choosing a side, going totally against the gangster shit they was saying on Rikers Island when they was the man, and then going up north, you not the top dog no more. So you gotta roll with the rush or get crushed. So these dudes will either pick their side and pick the side that'll keep them safer, which is often Blood if you was Blood and YG, right? Or you would choose to be an international plate, you know what I'm saying? An international plate for that set. Therefore, you won't be allowed to be a part of that set no more. You then have to jack YG, and you got to deal with whatever comes with that. Now, quite often, I mean, not quite often, but I don't see, when you think about it, I don't see why people would even play around like that. When you think about it, if you're really trying to be logical, you know, like a gangs are like women. They don't want to share you. They want you to themselves, so they can have total control over you and what you do and your thought process. It's as simple as that, you know. So why wouldn't the big homies be like, yo, listen, you can't jack that too? Gangs are like people's gods. It's like, and what does God say? What the Bible say? You cannot serve two masters at once. So niggas had to pick their masters, you feel me? Niggas had to pick their masters. And if you didn't want to pick your masters, you was gonna get hurt. It's as simple as that. You know, dudes up front, all they want on Rikers Island. Say, yo, I'm going to be this, I'm going to be that. I don't care what nobody say. But really, man, that call get made. You feel me? Like, and now I'm going to talk about a situation that somebody had brought to my attention about what happened on Rikers Island at a certain time, which is similar to the topic that I'm discussing, which is that on Rikers Island, adolescents, there was a beef brewing, and a well-known blood member or a blood member that had pulled to somebody who was a well-known blood member had got his boots spanked for whatever reason, right? But he was jumped by either some YGs or some YGs that were blood as well. And then there happened to be somebody's big homie, somebody of that set that was involved in that situation. And he was feeling like going to war with the Gunners, going to war with the YGs. This is a story that was said in the comments that I'm bringing light because I want people to understand how real this shit is, you feel me? And he realized the situation. He said, yo, listen, we fucking around to go to war with them. Like, what y'all doing? Like y'all double jacking and then y'all going against the homies for the Gunners. And then he basically made a declaration to say, yo, y'all got 24 hours to pick a side. If you gonna stay blood, you got 24 hours to drop YG, or the declaration is going down to everybody getting clapped. You know, clap is slash, stab. Anything that's brutal. But disobeying your masters, you know what I'm saying? Which is another thing about having gangs. Having a big homie, you might as well call that man your daddy, your father, your God. You feel me? This is why, like, if you want to join the gang, just know that you signing up to have an extra daddy. A God, a man who's gonna feel like a God, and he gonna treat you like a peasant, like a disciple, and you basically answering to him like he's your God, right? But they had 24 hours to decide what they gonna do, or it was gonna be punishment for everybody. Everybody met with brute force, and most of them guys dropped YG, except for one of them dudes. Who I'm not going to say his name in connection to this because this guy has something to do with beef. But one of them dudes who was a founding member of the YGs decided to roll with his set that he invented that got so much lit and so much famous, which I can respect, you know, like it's yours. It's yours. So why would you pick something that's not yours over something that's yours? Makes all the sense in the world. And who knows about whatever violence ensued after that day, because I'm pretty sure some violence still ensued and some prices were still due to be paid after that day, you know what I'm saying? The gang shit get tricky. It's real political, and I can't think of too many gang leaders I ever seen that really loved their people and really like had their best interests at heart. Like, I really never seen it. So for those of y'all that want to be in the streets, want to be all up in these gangs and doing all this stuff for almost no money at all, and strictly for the validation of other males, for them to feel like you a gangster, you put it in the street, you a killer, you a shooter, you whatever, if that's what you want to do, this is what come with it, man. This is what come with it. People above you telling you what to do, telling you what to do as a man, telling you what kind of man you supposed to be, instead of you figuring out for yourself the kind of man that you want to be and you supposed to be, you know? Under the threat of brute force. If that's what you want with your dumb ass, go for it. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Peace.